Shooter who opened fire in workplace where 5 died had lost his job. Police say the shooter, 45-year-old Gary Martin, used a Smith Wesson handgun, the chief said. He was killed after police found him attempting to hide and he fired on officers. The chaos at the workplace lasted 90 minutes, Ziman said. 5 Aurora police officers and 1 employee suffered non-life-threatening injuries, Ziman said. The first 911 calls came to Aurora police around 1:24 p.m. CT, with callers saying there was an active shooter at the Henry Pratt Company, which says it is one of the United States' largest manufacturers of industrial valves. He was shooting everybody, Probst said. A slew of law enforcement officers raced to the scene and a team of 4 approached the building, which is in a small industrial area. There was gunfire immediately, and 1 officer was hit, Ziman said. 4 other officers were shot just inside the building during the first 5 minutes of the response. The gunman went farther into the 29,000-square-foot warehouse, and teams of officers went to look for him. The shooter was killed by officers, the chief said. A 6th officer hurt his knee and needed to go to a hospital. My heart goes out to the victims and their families who simply went to work today like any other day, Ziman said. Authorities were still working Friday night to identify the deceased, city spokesman Clayton Muhammad said. Probst told WLS there were about 30 people in the building at the time of the shooting. Probst said he and a co-worker escaped through the back door. Probst said a nearby resident allowed him and his co-worker to shelter in a home. 4 patients went to hospitals in Aurora, medical officials said. The chief said 2 wounded police officers were taken by air to trauma centers in Chicago, about 40 miles to the east. Mueller Water Products, parent company of Henry Pratt, said in a statement, "Our hearts are with the victims and their loved ones. The first responders, the Aurora community and the entire Mueller family during this extremely difficult time. Our entire focus is on the health and well-being of our colleagues, and we are committed to providing any and all support to them and their families." Aerial video from the scene just after the shooting showed scores of police vehicles outside the neighboring companies. The response included at least 6 ambulances and 6 fire trucks. After the incident, police also put up crime scene tape near the Aurora Steel Company. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives and the